Yeah, 13. Alright, so, for those of you who have not seen my channel much, you would probably be surprised how low my frame rates are for being a BeamNG YouTuber. But, for those of you who have watched my channel before and watched my BeamNG YouTube videos before, you'll notice that this is actually some very high frame rate for the amount of stuff I have going on right now. I am in East Coast, USA, and I have some pretty high graphics settings. I mean, I'm running this on a laptop computer, so it's pretty impressive that it can handle this. The main reason behind how high my frame rates are now is simply because I was able to figure out what setting I had on, and it was indeed a performance setting that limited it to battery life, or best battery life, even when plugged in, meaning that it was just limiting the performance for no apparent reason, as it's just plugged in all the time. I also decided to close the Bobbert Nation, a 400 plus slide long slideshow that is basically also a group chat and is chaotic and is breaking the printer. The other thing that I did. Oh no, wait, no, I didn't do that yet. By the way, this is with no upgrades to my system memory, to my CPU, to my GPU, or to anything at all. I'll put my computer stats up on screen right now, and just so you can see what I'm running and how you can get it for yourself. I'm just going to pause game here and go into the menu so you can see exactly what graphic settings I have. You see, my mesh quality is at lowest, but what I can do is I can switch my texture quality at normal. I can switch my texture quality and mesh quality, which actually I think would be more in my favor. But anyway, lighting quality is low, shadow resolution is low, shadow visibility partial, shader quality low, and then anisotropic filtering, ambient occlusion, light rays, motion blur, dynamic reflection, and detailed mirrors are all off, as well as skip generation of license plates. I have bumped the detail below 30 degrees field of view. My title marks are set to 1500. My grass density to 0. I have depth of field and bloom both turned on. I don't know why I have bloom turned on. I don't care about bloom. My shader quality is still low. And really, it's more of a RAM issue I'm running into. What, guys? I feel absolutely stupid now. I did not have any of the limiters on. Like, the network limiter wasn't on, the RAM limiter wasn't on, not the RAM limiter, the RAM limiter. The CPU limiter wasn't on. Like, none of that was on. So it was just running with basically a browser just running as well at the same time. And the other thing that I really did is I set the refresh rate on my monitor to 40 Hz instead of 60 Hz. Now what that does is it means it only updates 40 times a second instead of 60 times a second. And using simple math, I'm able to calculate that I can run the game with a cap of 20 FPS frames per second, as that will divide evenly and not leave any unused or skipped frames. And the other benefit with using 20 FPS instead of 30 FPS, 20 FPS and 40 Hz instead of 30 FPS and 60 Hz, is that 20 FPS is the closest actually to humans' perceived vision speed. It is believed that humans see things at around 21 frames per second, and so this is nearly perfect for playing video games, because I can set my limiter very low, and I don't have to worry about it impacting anything. Now, it does make for a slightly less smooth experience, but apparently if you have a limiter in effect, it can actually boost your frame rates because it's not trying to create extra frames out of nowhere. Now, this does indeed, and now the other benefit with this is not that the game runs faster, but it also makes the cars drive faster. The faster your game runs, the faster your cars will travel for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's just the way the game is coded. So that's an effect. Why is the truck sliding? Stop sliding. Also, I cannot hear anything through my headphones. Is that a bad thing? That might be a bad thing. And I'm just going to show you, real quick, the crash physics. This may not seem exactly smooth to you, but it is smooth relative to how laggy it would be previously if I had just crashed like this and destroyed the entire front end of my car normally. Also, you can see in the bottom left here, the drive shaft is broken. The other thing is, I don't know if it's picking up on the recording software, but I have this BeamNG window a lot smaller than the 16:9 aspect ratio that I normally play on, and that's actually helping boost my frame rates, even though I do have Opera GX open right next to me. So that's all I have for today. If you want to see more BeamNG videos like this, or really just playing the game, leave a comment down below and hit the like button. And remember, only 1% of my viewers are actually subscribed at the moment. 27 subscribers and 2,500 views. So if you could just go down below the video right now and hit that subscribe button next to my channel, it would help me out a ton. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.